are back for the final 35 minutes of Pawns and Patrons. Let's jump right back into the action with Jen, Redra, and your other characters. Growl Bless are up next.
Growl Bless, yeah. Yeah, Redra. Yeah, she knows. We must make a stand, my fellow warriors. And then she hits with her staff. That worked so far,
Fantastic.
kind of, on the Minotaur. And as she does this, she goes, moo.
She mooing at him?
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately the moo distracted her and she was not able to land the hit. What about Growl Bless?
He's really not into this. I guess he's gonna go help his mom. He walks up to the Minotaur in this angle. He's gonna use his actually he did pick up an iron skillet.
Excellent.
Can I use that?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then I would need to. Okay. Sorry, I just fixed it because it didn't exist. And
Cat is visiting.
Stoink tries.
Stoink.
He misses, yeah.
Unfortunately, the skillet,
It doesn't stoink, actually.
being a little unwieldy, misses. Neil, unfortunately, is down for the count until we can find some source of new adventuring villagers. Siri and the rest of Rachel's characters, what do you do?
Siri is in it to win it, so she's going to take another swing at the... Actually, this new little creature, does she get a sense of its weakness relative to the Minotaur? The one that just popped into the spot in front of her? Is it like a smaller,
so the Minotaur is obviously bulkier and like more bestial. These other villagers are not as completely transformed. And also the Minotaur is the only one wearing this fancy, shiny silver torque around his bicep with those skulls on it. But the Minotaur is also like, it's bleeding quite badly.
Let's see. Siri wants to do two things. She is going to attack the Minotaur, but she already has some of the Minotaur's bright red blood on her blade. So is there a way she can like flick this at his face and ideally over his eyes?
So like, you can try this and we can say that that's what your character is trying to do. It's not going to do anything. But it's the exact kind of thing that when Siri rises to become a warrior, she'll be able to perform with a mighty deed of arms.
Siri puts that away in her head as a goal that she wants to live long enough to achieve, and instead just seeks to bury her weapon into the rended flesh. It's a walking stick, so she's going to bludgeon
Her walking stick into the rended flesh. Oh, yeah, unfortunately an 11 doesn't quite do it. This Minotaur parrying the blow with his great axe. What does Beverly do?
Well, Beverly sees this parry and notices that it leaves an opening on the Minotaur's flank. So she, in perfect sync with her lover, is going to also attack with her hammer to the ribs.
Man, oh man, not quite.
No.
His leather armor draws your hammer aside. It turns your hammer aside. Are Donatouche and Agnes gonna do anything?
Yeah, Donatouche got that second dagger, so she's gonna chuck this one into the midst of her friends and
gotta make it happen.
First of all, hopefully not kill anyone that she likes, and second of all, maybe do some damage to the Minotaur.
Ooh, 1 damage to the Minotaur, a dagger sticking out of his shoulder.
I'll take it.
Not
and
bad.
let's see. We're gonna take a quick look at Agnes here, because Agnes has been a massive coward, but she's really inspired by everyone else. So she's gonna start sizing up 3, 5. Can she get here, or no? Is she still back one?
Yep, she can get there.
Well, she's gonna get in there and do a little chiseling inspired by this bravery on this villager kind of towards the back here.
Okay. Yeah, a 13 hits. Yep. I'm giving you that -1 for cover, but you do 1 damage. Very nice.
Thank you.
Anna, Fran the horse lady is like
Frantically
sort of squeezed in the corner.
Just gonna keep-
Frantically.
Ha! Nice.
Whew. So a 13 hits, and we've decided that the minimum damage you can deal is 1, so you deal 1 damage. This Minotaur is nearly dead, but not quite. So
Can I try to get Rachel again?
yes, roll for Rachel. It's a D20, and you need to roll above a 15 or above to get Rachel to attack. Oh shit!
Roll for Rachel.
Attacks.
Yeah, let's go, Rachel.
Now roll an attack for Rachel with 1d20 plus 2. Oh, not quite.
No,
enough.
Rachel!
No.
She's such a good girl. She tried.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna roll 1d4. On a 1 or 2, the Minotaur stays focused on Siri. On a 3, it's gonna strike at the dog. And on
No!
a 4, it's gonna strike at Fran for being the last person to actually deal damage to it. Strikes at Siri. Let's take a look.
As long as it wasn't Rachel, I'm okay.
Oh no.
What is this?
Siri, an axe comes cleaving in your direction
Oh.
Jeez.
and strikes you down, being the first of Rachel's characters to fall. Meanwhile, the
First? Beverly. Yeah. Beverly immediately, like, it's almost like she's struck too. She falls to her knees and she goes, Siri! And she's grabbing the body and she's just like touching it, like just so upset and desperate in the middle of this fight.
And girl bless.
The half-formed twisted villager next to you, Beverly, wipes a tear away from its weeping eye and then strikes at you. Missing because you've dropped to the floor.
Nice.
Let's see. This twisted villager over in the corner tries to attack Agnes, but has a -2 for that cover, so that's -2. Missing Agnes, and Fran, you take an attack as well at a similar disadvantage, -2. Missing. All right, Jen. We're back around to Redra and Growlbless.
Redra is focused. She has a mission. It is to take down the Minotaur. So
Now,
one more.
I'll remind, because chat has been talking about it a little bit, that in Dungeon Crawl Classics, you can burn away points of your luck either before or after a roll in order to add +1 bonuses to the roll. If you burn 5 luck, you get a +5. So that's a thing you could do.
So I can burn my she has 9 luck, so I could burn that.
Mm-hmm.
And does it ever refresh? I feel you told us that already.
So, generally speaking, luck regenerates very slowly and rarely. Like when you accomplish major things during adventures, or when you act in strong accordance with your alignment, the gods will smile on you and give you luck. Halflings, who we are calling rogues regenerate luck back up to their maximum. So like that's a really special thing. And also rogues can spend their luck for other people, which makes them really valuable to have in a party. But none of you are rogues yet. So right now, your luck can come back, but it's quite rare. You might want to roll and then see if you're close and how much you would need to spend, and then to make the decision.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's do that. I'm gonna hit with the staff once more. I tried to reverse mood to see if that was the issue, so I go, boom.
Oh shit!
It works! It's the
All right,
opposite!
so, first of all,
This
we
is how
need to
cults are
roll
formed.
So, because you are level 0, you roll on this crit table 1 over here on the right. You roll 1d4 plus your luck. Plus your luck bonus.
Oh, luck bonus, so it's 0.
Okay.
3.
Roll a 3. You have delivered a stunning crack to the forehead. You inflict plus 1d3 damage with this strike, and the foe.
Plus, wasn't it supposed to be plus her luck?
Her luck is 0.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, her luck modifier is 0.
Yeah.
So roll
I
1d3.
do D3?
Yep.
2. So I do 3 damage total.
Your staff staves in his skull, and he falls to the ground in a lump heap. And all of the other twisted villagers immediately drop their jaws and quail in fear. Growlabless, what do you do?
He goes, aum, aum, aum. He's inspired by what his mother just did. It's really unlike him, to be honest. But yeah, he's gonna. He takes the iron skillet again and is gonna try to go attack one of the little.
Awesome.
minions
So
over
you're gonna
there.
step in?
He steps over the corpse of the Minotaur.
Yeah.
His mom is like really surprised by this, and then he's gonna try to stunk this guy.
That's character growth right there, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
so fast. They grow up so fast, she says. So he goes, because he thinks that helps, and it does help.
Whoa!
Oh my god, 5 damage. That oomph is like really effective.
So, Growlabless, would you set your action die back up to a d20 and roll again? If you get less, we're just going to use the 16. If you get a 20, we'll actually have you crit.
I see.
Like, that's the reason to roll again.
Okay, let's do it. 12.
Okay, so you rolled a 16, you
Yeah.
hit, you deal 5 damage, you completely brain and slay this twisted villager.
Red Rare says, "Good job, boy.
Rachel.
I hoped you had it in you."
Nice. Rachel, it's your turn. Agnes, of course, is kind of blocked by this wall, so she's got a -2 to attack, but Ciri has a clear attack, and Beverly could step in and make an attack.
Ciri is dead.
Ciri is dead. Oh, yeah. we gotta
Could you
update
forget?
that.
Is all that Beverly says. So yeah, it's only these 2 villagers here, G and D, correct?
Yes, well, there are 2 others that went running away back inside. I think they've probably like sort of run out of view by now.
So Beverly had collapsed on top of Ciri, but now she's going to rise furious and just take her hammer and swing for the center of villager G.
Nice.
Sorry, Ciri, I'm gonna close your, your player board there.
12 hits, dealing 5 damage and murdering this villager. You're just cleaving through them now. Anna, Fran is left standing and is also next to the only remaining twisted villager.
Frantic staffing.
Oof, oof. Unfortunately, this one doesn't go quite as well.
No.
Fortunately for you, this twisted villager turns and runs. Fran and Growlabless both get to make attacks of opportunity, so both of you go ahead and just make free attacks.
Nice.
Also, I get to do Rachel before the end of my turn.
Yes?
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Yay!
Fran, you rolled a 20. So, please roll on the crit chart. You need to roll a 1d4.
Oh, well, your attack roll is -1.
Yeah.
2, the foe is jabbed in the eye, ugly bruising, and inflict plus 1d4 damage with this strike. So roll another 1d4.
Aha!
2 damage total. You get him in the eye and he goes running away, shrieking as he paws at his face. There's like a big ugly bruise rising, and he just runs away, running up the stairs this way. All right. That's the end of our next deadly combat. And once you move into this room in here and overcome the stench, you see that there are like approximately 7 people sort of strung up on the walls here, hung up by their ankles via chains and such. Let me see if I can read you what you see. The hot stench of rot rolls from the tower, raising bile in the back of your throat. The floor of the wide tower is covered in rotting hides of cattle, sheep, and humans. A narrow staircase spirals around the tower and wall. Dark forms hang from chains spiked through the wall. Surely these are your fellow countrymen. Let's see. Yeah, so what are you doing now that you are like here in the tower? The twisted villagers, these beast-formed creatures have fled. What do you do?
Fran goes to recollect the livestock.
Nice, yes.
Beverly is weeping and distraught, and Agnes is actually comforting her. But Dunetouche is tentatively peeping in and exploring this area.
Nice.
Red Dress specifies that this is not a time for crying. This is a time for accomplishing our mission, and that she's kind of wasting her time. So let's go get those villagers. Yes. Yes, yes.
This makes
let's go get
Beverly
them.
sob more.
Oh my god, you're like my son. Jeez. Get a grip, lady.
Wow.
I loved her. I loved her so much.
Let's see.
Growla Bless is like a little bit ashamed as his mom like right now. He's like handing her the equivalent of a tissue or something.
Yep. So, Redre, you're trying to get these villagers off the wall.
Yeah.
Fran will help.
That's fairly easily done, especially when you like apply the crowbar. You can unhinge these things, and the villagers get upright and shake their heads and feel a little bit better. Did someone say they were like searching the room?
Dunetouche is kind of like looking around for shiny magpie things.
Yeah. So first of all, Dunetouche, in response to shiny magpie things, that silver torque on that champion minotaur head guy, that looked mighty fancy.
Dang it, I meant to pick that up and I forgot.
Just like, what are the dimensions kind of that thing? Because it was on a minotaur bicep, right?
Yeah, but these are like twisted villagers, so it's like, imagine some beefy dude who like has like, some fancy jewelry on his bicep, like that's kind of, it'd make like a good necklace.
Yeah. Dunetouche like tries to interact with it, but ultimately gives up because it's kind of like a little too big to conceal and like doesn't fit anywhere on her like childlike body. So if you're looking interested in it, Anna's character, I'm just gonna kind of offer it to you. Are you gonna reach out for it?
Yeah.
She's gonna jerk it back at the last second and then do a grabby hand.
What do you want?
What do you got?
A sack. A
Mm,
large sack.
Oh.
okay. And she hands it to you. And she takes the sack.
Nice.
And in it, she puts her 5 glass beads, her bits of vine that she harvested. She has an empty chest and a black grimory.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So you're carrying around an empty chest?
An empty sack, right?
Yeah.
Empty sack and an empty chest I have.
Double.
Fran is also gonna collect all of Shambler's stuff, including Rachel.
Excellent. Let me see. Yeah, so Dunetouche, you're exploring this room and searching around. Yeah. As you like search and you turn up these furs, these furs are like covered in gore. They like you notice like a similarity between the furs that are laid out on the floor and like the furs of the twisted villagers that you just slew. Like these are the same things, right? As you turn these up, there's like lice and fleas that go flying. Roll 1d6. Cool. After some time of this, as the villagers that you've taken off the wall are getting, getting righted right side up, getting their blood flow back, things like that, you discover an alcove hidden in the floor. The alcove contains loose coins, 53 silver pieces, 23 gold pieces, and 2 platinum coins, each of which is worth the same as 10 gold.
That's a lot.
That was
gonna write
53
this in
silver,
chat real
23
quick.
gold, and
2 platinum pieces, and wonder of wonders. You find a finely crafted elven short sword. It's one of those ones that has like the sort of wavy blade that like bulges out towards the tip before tapering to a fine point. There's engraving on it. It is set with emeralds wrapped in a simple green cloak. You notice as you're unwrapping this cloak and revealing this gorgeous short sword, which surely would be worth a significant amount of money. That there's the hem of the cloak is sewn around something that crinkles as you touch it.
and Dunitush is finding this, right?
Yeah.
So Dunitush realizes that she can't hide this sword. It's very sparkly and it's like almost as big as she is. So she's kind of like pulling it out into the room and saying like, "Hey everybody, look at this sword I just found." And she's put all the money with her left hand into her purse. So you guys don't know about any of that, but take a look at this bright sparkly sword I found. And then I'm gonna poke the crinkly thing, but Mother told me not to be the first to investigate the mysteries.
Do we really don't, like, does it work, her whole hiding the money thing without anybody noticing?
So here's the thing. Money is nice and all, but money gets taxed. So like, if she thinks that she can hide that cash from, what's his name? Justicar Snish, then like, maybe she can. Maybe she'll even decide to share some of it out with you a little later if she's able to like secret it away. But if she hands it out and then y'all go throwing money around, you're gonna have the king's men after you sooner or later. So like, we can argue over it, or we can decide that like, no, money always just gets split evenly. But like, it's also like kind of okay to let people try to figure it out. And also, for what it's worth, the sword is worth far more.
Yes, everybody pay attention to the sword.
Fran is like, whoa, and reaches out for it.
Just grabby hands again at you and puts a foot over the sword.
I have crutches.
She hands the grabby hand out to other people.
Redra looks through her stuff. A torch?
Thieves' tools.
Beverly is actually just gonna walk in now, having had probably the worst day in a long run, and just grab the sword. And then look at Dunitush, and then like just stick it into her belt.
Nice. Now, there is one other thing, that there are 3 torches in sconces on the wall that are still flammable. So if anybody would like to add 1 to 3 torches to their kit, feel free to. But while all of this is going on, the villagers get their wits back about them, and one of them says, "You all seem like you know what you're doing. This is a horrible place. We need to purge it. We're joining you."
Welcome to our party. I am Redra, leader of this group.
Neil, would you do #ChargeN? And I believe that we can do this so that each person gets back up to a complement of 3 characters. So Neil, you can do this 3 times, and then Anna can do this twice. Yeah. Amazing. Fantastic. So Neil, tell us who you've got, just like really quickly.
I've got the Navigator with pretty average stats, 2 HP. He's got a lucky sign for his birth augur, and he uses a short bow. I also have my poor street urchin with the high agility, but, kind of middling everything else, who also has a lucky sign birth augur and uses a stick. And lastly, I've got the cook. The cook is just a cook. Very staminific, high stamina, low strength.
You're going to have to
4
remember
HP.
when you record their note, of course, that the cook is non-binary. When you
Yes.
record the cook's hit points, you have to add 1 for the stamina, so you're going to actually end up with 5 HP. Jen, you were only able to regenerate 1 character.
Oh,
So your first
Crap.
one is this blacksmith.
no! So I'm not getting the Jester Frog?
Oh no. Okay, all right. I'll let you take the frog jester. Yes.
Frogs live on.
Yes! Whew. I
That's
thought I was
amazing.
regenerating too, that's why. Sorry about that.
No, everybody
But yes,
can
I get the
return,
frog.
return up to their maximum of 3 current characters. So Anna, you can now generate 2 characters. So give me a hashtag chargen. A farmer,
Ah, maybe. Oh, and they have a dog too.
a
Yeah.
fantastic.
We're getting so many
Gambler's
dogs.
neighbor.
And then a second one, a brewer.
With a bung hammer as a weapon.
Amazing. And your hit points there are actually only going to be 2 because your stamina gives you -1.
Oh man.
So let's see. We've got
I didn't get a frog. I'm disappointed.
Anna number 5, Anna number 6. Jen number 6 is the one who counts. And Neil number 5, number 6, number 7. Excellent. Number 6 and number 7.
I'm really excited about this frog.
Frog Jester is A+. A+. All right, awesome. Then I think that might be where we end today's episode of Pawns and Patrons. So you'll notice, of course, now that you're inside this room, that there is a large double door leading up this way. And there's a couple of other things to explore in this keep. We will see that next time.
That was so fun.
Yes!
Yes!
Thank you, Steven.
Thank
Oh,
you
thank
all.
you
I'm so
so
glad that you all
much.
had fun. I'm really delighted to see such like some really interesting play starting to come out, like the climbing up to the gargoyle and like shooting in through the arrow slit. And I'm really excited to meet our new characters at the start of the next
Me
episode.
too. I just want to say that for sure, Sturge, because I just named it, is definitely a relative of Frage Dude.
Frage Dude.
Frage Dude, sorry, Frage Dude.
So is this Sturge Dude?
It is Sturge Dude.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go around the table and everybody can tell everybody where to find them and how to support them. Just a really quick note about if you are loving the show and you feel like you want to support the show, one of the big reasons we wanted to do this stream to everybody's channel is to help people, find us where we do regular streaming for those of us who do regular streaming. So if you're loving the show and you really feel like supporting it, please do consider dropping a sub to any of these fine folks' channels. I know that they would all really love to have your support. Other than that, Jen, why don't we start with you? Tell us a little bit about yourself and where people can find you on the internet and what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm a producer at Compulsion Games working on Secret Future New IP. And I also stream at least once a week, sometimes twice, on twitch.tv/Livinpink. My next stream is Monday. It would be lovely if you tune in. I don't know yet what I'm going to play, but stay tuned for that. And I tag Neil.
Hey guys, you can find me on twitch.tv/Koibu. We've got Shenanigans tomorrow, which is unusual. Empires of Arcadia on Monday, which is also unusual. Next Sunday, we're going to have Legends of Arcadia Genesis, the second episode, which is pretty good stuff. So I just run a bunch of things. You can check my schedule for details. And I will tag Rachel.
Thanks so much. I stream another roleplay show on Tuesday nights called Red Sky City. You can find that on my channel, which is twitch.tv/Seltzer, or you can watch that on twitch.tv/DNP. The rest of the time, you can find me on Twitter at SeltzerPlease and Instagram at SeltzerPlease. And yeah, right here. And I just want to say thanks so much. This was such a different D&D game that I've ever played, such a different roleplay game experience, and I'm having so much fun with this big group of characters. So thank you so much, Steven and everybody.
I'm so glad. Anna, how about you?
My chat was just asking for a death tally. Am I right that 10 characters died today?
Let's take a look.
We pan to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a big graveyard. Well, to be fair though, maybe we shouldn't have closed that grave we dug up. We should have kept it open.
Yeah, that was optimistic of us.
Yeah,
I think there's
a little
6
bit
left.
naive.
Yeah.
Oop, I think it's more than that. Because we've got Hagatha dead beneath the portcullis and Barbara dead in the pit.
That's true.
That's 4, 5, 6, 11 characters died. So of our original 16, only 5 remain.
Wow, that's not a lot.
What
huh?
about Growliblesh? Because look, we have Growliblesh, Dunatush, Agnes, Beverly, Redra, and Fran left.
Yeah,
1,
that's
2,
true.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, how
So we have
interesting.
6
Well,
left.
then I must have miscounted.
So, a deca kill for today.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe-
surprised that like my characters with a relationship survived. I kind of expected relationships to be broken very fast.
Oh, I counted the Bestial Champion as one of the players. Ha!
Ah. But
we have
to
all the
answer-
pets lived.
All the pets survived.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was my priority. I knew, like, that was what my chat asked for, and I promised I would. After Froge died, it was animals live. I was worried for Rachel for a minute, but
That was tense.
yeah.
That was a tense moment.
But anyway, you can find me if you're looking for more roleplay and you want to watch Dungeons and Dragons. Watch on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. on Knights of Evening Star, where I play Wildfire Druid, which is really fun. On Thursdays, you can watch on my channel at 6 p.m. Eastern or Pacific. I live in Pacific time. 6 p.m. Pacific for Star Wars roleplay. And then next week in particular, I'm involved in PAX Online, where I'm playing in the Acquisitions Incorporated game as Evelyn. Who some of you Misclicks fans may remember, or Dice Camera Action fans may remember. She's playing in Acquisitions Incorporated on the 18th during PAX Online. And I'm also in another game for D&D Celebration, which I don't know if it's been announced yet. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So next week, 4 different role-playing games you can watch with me if you would like to. And if you forget, don't worry, I'll tweet about it or Instagram about it. So you can find me at AnnaProsser.
Amazing. Well, friends, thank you all so much for playing. I'll do my shout outs and then we can call it a day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Silent Osiris, Stephen Lumpkin. You can find me at the internet at Silent Osiris. The O is 0. I don't stream on my channel very often. In fact, I think this is the first time my channel has been running something in like 3 years. That's because I moved to Amsterdam to work for Guerrilla on Horizon Forbidden West.
Yes.
So I know we're all really excited for that. There's a PlayStation event coming up soon. I think it's Thursday. I might be wrong on that, but anyway, like stay tuned for like PlayStation information. That's cool. On D&D stuff, I play 5th edition modified Dungeons and Dragons every Wednesday over on twitch.tv/Jesse Cox, playing the Sunfall Cycle, which is a Dark Souls inspired D&D game. They are level 8 and 9 now, and things are really starting to heat up. So if you're into that, you should definitely come check that out over on Jesse's channel. That's it for me. And I think that's it for us. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank everybody into all of the chats for watching and for like bearing with our experiments with multi-streaming. It seems like it like worked out really well. So I'm really stoked for that.
Shout outs, Neil. Nice job.
Yeah.
Shout outs
Well
to
done,
Neil,
Neil.
for like
Yeah.
setting all of that up.
I try.
Producer Neil.
So I think that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Thank you all so much, and we will see you in about a month. Follow our Twitters for updates on exactly when.